You're watching Fox 44 News First Edition.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Brian Ramsey, and I'm here with Cindy Shotwell from Must Love Dogs Rescue in Zachary. So welcome, Cindy. Thank you for bringing in Jake. Isn't Jake a cutie? By the way, I don't know if you noticed, Jake has two different color eyes. Now, before we get into Jake, I just wanted to talk about the eyes really quick, because that's the first thing I noticed when Jake walked in. What did you call it again?
We call it a ghost eye.
A ghost eye.
It's not really blue. It's kind of void of color. If you really look into it, it's almost just colorless.
Wow.
But we call it, and we run across that with a lot of our rescues, because most of them are mixes. And so when they have an eye like that, we call it a ghost eye.
Well, if you could tell me a little bit about Jake, if anyone out there wants to adopt Jake, again, this is in a rescue in Zachary, so what do we need to know about Jake?
Well, Jake is a 2-year-old Pit Boston Terrier mix. He is, we rescued him after he had been thrown out of a vehicle, moving vehicle. No. A young man named Jake, his namesake, contacted us. He was an 18-year-old young man, and Jake had a pretty severely broken leg, but thanks to our friends at Zachary Animal Center, which is one of our vets that we use in Zachary, along with Plains Vet, they were able to put a metal plate in his leg, and you would never know he had any injury. He runs and plays just like, he's healed up beautifully. His adoption fee is $165, and that includes all of his vaccinations up to date, and he's been neutered, and he's been microchipped.
Okay.
So that covers all of that. And if someone wants to apply for it to adopt him, you can do it on our website at www.mustlove, and we spell love, L-U-V, mustlovedogs.org. We are a 501c3 nonprofit.
All right. And again, how old is Jake?
He's 2. He's
2
about
years
2.
old. That's not too old.
Oh, no. He's very, very playful, and he gets along wonderfully with people. He loves people.
Awesome.
He's okay with female dogs. He's not so much a fan of other male dogs. With a slow introduction, he would be fine, but we are recommending him to be an only dog in the household kind of adopter.
All right.
Yes, and he will be a wonderful dog. He travels well. He's as you can see, very well behaved.
Oh, yes.
And he just loves being touched and loved.
And potty trained,
He's totally
when he got here, he was peed right outside before coming in, so that's great.
And kennel trained, does wonderful on a leash.
Awesome.
He knows how to sit, and he fetches, but he don't bring it back.
Right. But and obviously, Jake is not the only dog you have, and I believe you have an adoption event coming up tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow at the Zachary Farmers Market. Zachary has a wonderful farmers market every Saturday morning from 9 to 1. We're there the first Saturday of every farmers market in downtown Zachary, and our hours are from 10 to 1. It takes us a little while to get set up with all of our dogs. But yes, we have lots of different dogs, from puppies all the way up to senior dogs to choose from.
Awesome. So if anyone wants to adopt a dog, let's say they can't make the adoption event and they want to adopt Jake right now, what do they need to do? Where do they need to go?
They just need to go to www.mustlovedogs.org, and you'll see a link to our adoption application. And basically, if you have a good pet history and you have a good fenced yard, good area to keep them, you don't have to have a fenced yard depending on the dog, but you also would need to just do your application and make sure that if he's a good fit for your house, so you just go to the link.
Well, thank you very much, Cindy. We're going to get Jake here adopted. Isn't that right, guys?
Thank you.
Everybody, give them a visit. But thank you very much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and have more news and weather coming up.